What are some successful marketing strategies that you have found that showcase LS3P as experts in traditional faith projects?
Well, let me think of how to answer that. No, I should know because you told me that already. So we're trying to figure out the staging on this, you know?
Right.
So I would say that one of the keynote factors in developing new projects in the faith-based or traditional side is similar to what we see in the more contemporary side, which is really connections and contacts and networking. I think that's what we've seen as the best way to translate what we've done well in the past to what we hope to do well in the future. Knowing that we can get a good recommendation, a good connection from projects that we've done, from people we know. And a great example of that is one that we were actually talking about earlier this morning, was a relationship between a project that we designed in Raleigh for an Anglican church, where the pastor, rector of the Raleigh church, had a father who was the rector of a church in Washington that was planning to develop a new site with a new church. And so that relationship gave us a connection that we really pursued hard. And part of that pursuit then becomes making sure that we really leverage those network connections that we have. So that means we typically would go, which we did with the church in DC, we'd actually go there and visit the church, worship with the group on Sunday, maybe meet with them on other times of the week to see what they're doing. That's often one of the strongest aspects of marketing a new traditional church. They need to develop that sense of trust. We need to develop that sense that we know what they're about. So before we even begin say putting together a submittal, we really begin to understand who they are, what's important to them, what their values are, what their vision is, the DNA of that church, because each one has its own personality. And so it's getting close to them getting closer to us that begins to make that connection. So in the case of the church in Washington, we really had that one connection to work on, but then we had to go after the people in Washington so that they began to know who we were, and we could begin to respond to their needs and their vision. So that's sort of a beginning.